I like to tell this story about I went to college in Georgia in the early 80s. And I came back one summer and I remember the style section. This is probably mid 80s style section. The Washington Post had this article about the Virginia wine tour. We're going through vineyards in Virginia. And even though I have family from Virginia, they're not from wine country. Well, now it's wine country. It's Western Virginia, Bedford, Lynchburg area. And, I just didn't know wine was being produced there to the point where you could actually tour wineries. And when I asked my friends, have you heard about this? Have you gone there? The ones who had terrible reviews. I mean, they were just like, oh, the wine was terrible. And then and I wasn't really a wine drinker back then. And then I guess fast forward a good 20 years for me. And I discover a Virginia wine country that is just blossomed into, I think, producing some of the best wine in the nation. That's why one of the purposes of this podcast is to let people know. When did Visit Loudoun, as far as you know, and they may have been doing this before you joined the organization, decide to make the wine tour or wineries a big focus of the tourist industry here?
Sure. What's funny is your story is very familiar. And, I went to college in Virginia also in the early 80s. And I remember my husband at that time worked a lot with the growing or the start of the Virginia wine industry. And he worked for Meredith Vineyards, which was right over the line in Fauquier County. So we went to a lot of wine shows at the very, in the early 80s and mid 80s. And it was a really small, scrappy group of people that were passionate about producing really good wine. It was a new industry. It was an industry that was built on a lot of history, of course, with Thomas Jefferson and what he was looking to do down in Monticello. But I think what was so exciting was it was this feeling of being on the cusp of something that people truly believed was going to be great.